very important question. And let me, first of all, give some context to this, because I think that is very important when we talk about this. Now, I'm sure over the years, many of you would have read various publications, much of which at the time, of course, was led by the World Bank, in which they figured that Nigeria had a significant amount of remittances from the diaspora. And we're all very aware, I'm sure everybody here has cousins, uncles, brothers who live outside and want to send money into the country to their relatives, their loved ones. I'm sure that is a constant thing on everybody's mind. And we've identified, of course, that this is a very, very critical element of inflows coming into the country. In fact, it's estimated to represent about 6% of our GDP. 6% of our GDP. And so therefore, we felt that it was important from the central bank perspective to have a strategy to engage this sector. Now, within that, the entities that seem to play the biggest part, the biggest role within that sector are the IMTOs. They play a very, very major role there. And so for us, it was important for us to meet them. And we had originally had a virtual meeting earlier on. And then during my visit to the World Bank IMF meetings last month, we actually reached out and invited all of them to come for a meeting. And I must say I was very impressed that many of them flew in from different parts of the world. I was very, very impressed. Okay, and we had a number of hours in private discussions and understanding what their problems were and seeing how we could help them to ensure that they are more effective in the things they do. And of course, sharing the challenges that we saw in the future for the country and that everybody had a role to play. And I must say that they responded very, very positively. Two aspects that concerned them. One was on the issue of the price and the commissions and the charges they are having to pay. And of course, the issue of, at some point in time, the rates. And of course, since the rates have converged, that became less of an issue, but they are encouraged to use the official channels to advance the cause of the very laudable efforts that they are making to enhance the flows of foreign currency coming in. Shortly after that, we set up a task force, and that task force reports to myself. So I'm very, very important. I'm very, very interested in how we make progress on this, and I'm certain that we will be successful in doing it. Our target, of course, is to double the remittance flow within the year. And as I said, we have started that process of engaging to ensure that it happens. We don't want to come back later on and tell stories to anybody. We want to ensure that we know exactly what is required. And of course, the dialogue will be an ongoing one. It's nothing that will stop. It will be ongoing to see how we can strengthen our processes, where we need to adopt, tighter and better regulations, and where we need to adopt technology. We will do so. As a furtherance to that, we recently gave licenses to 14 IMTOs. And that, again, is all with a bid to creating more competition in the sector and bringing down the cost of transactions.